Back to school is here, and if you're looking for something to keep the kiddos busy during those after-school hours this year, Kid Create has a craft idea that's not only fun, but can also be useful in the classroom. I'm joined by Kid Create studio owner Shannon Shoemaker. Great to see you again, Shannon.
Thank you for having me.
Back to school is here, and I know you have us covered when it comes to all things crafts. What are we going to be making today?
So today we are going to be making some photo or note holders that the kiddos can give their teacher that can sit on their desk. And these are using all materials that parents can purchase this weekend while they're doing their grocery shopping.
That's perfect. So where do we begin? How do I achieve this?
So first, parents are going to need to purchase some air dry clay, and they can get this at Walmart, they can get it at H-E-B, and some Model Magic. And if they have floral wire or paper clips, those work perfectly for parents, and they can use that. That's going to prop up their little notes. But first thing we're going to do to get started, we're going to take some of that air dry clay. We've already got it in a nice ball. This is just going to kind of form the core of the photo holder.
I bet the kids are going to love this.
Yes, kids love Model Magic. So once they're done making this, parents just give them that Model Magic and they're just going to go play and go crazy. So once we have our ball, very important, we're going to just kind of tap it. That's going to make sure that it will sit flat for them. Okay?
Oh, that's a good note.
And then we're going to be making the apple today, but your kids can make anything. Give them all the colors. If they have a certain mascot, I bet the teachers would love that. But we just love the apple because we love giving a teacher an apple. So we're just we flatten our Model Magic out, and we are going to just do exactly like you're doing. We're going to stretch it out and cover that up to make it look like our nice red apple.
I love how versatile this is because, like you said, you can really kind of create anything, a mascot, a bumblebee. I'm loving that bumblebee over there.
That's actually my kiddo's mascot. So, but yeah, you don't even need to use Model Magic. Like, we have gems and beads here. If that's something that your kiddo wants to do, that can still create the same effect. But I'm telling you, the kids go crazy for Model Magic.
So we have this all surrounding our ball. Yeah. And so what goes next?
We're gonna take this little piece of black Model Magic and make our little stem. And so I'm just kind of making a little like rectangle. Doesn't need to be perfect because no stem is perfect. And I'm just gonna kind of pinch in the middle to kind of give it that, like, this looks like an apple we just picked off the tree. That's the effect we're going for.
That's a good note. Try your best, but it doesn't always have to be perfect. It's what makes it unique.
That's what we love about art, yes.
And as we're doing this, can you just tell me a little bit about Kid Create, the studio, and why was it so important for you to create something like this?
So Kid Create Studio, we are an art studio that is just for kids. And so kids come to us, we have weekly classes, summer camps, date nights, but they get to create and they get to get creative. And you know, every kid's different. And parents, you're gonna see this when your kid's creating this. Some kids are gonna need a template to follow. They're gonna wanna know, how do I get from this to this? But some kids, you're just gonna let them go crazy. And you know, and you'll see your kid grow as they start to age too, but we kind of give them that here in the studio. We give them a template. We're doing the project together, but we love when we can see kids put their own twist on it. And we're making that worm. Sorry, I didn't even tell you. We're going to coil it.
I was going to say, and speaking of template, I might need a little worm. So this is a little worm that you got sticking.
Oh, that's cute. Green, and we call this a coil. We just roll it between our hands like that, and then we're putting it right on there.
That's cute. And as I'm doing this, why is it so important for kids to be involved in art and to be using their hands in general? You know,
studies have shown that taking art classes kind of helps kids in all academic areas. You know, when you do math, when you do science, there's a right answer, you know, but when you do art, there's no right answer. So it kind of gives your kid that creative release that maybe they're not finding in their other areas. And, you know, art is one of the things that continues to get cut. So this is just a great way to give your kids that, you know, that outlet. Okay, and then once we're done, we're putting in our little photo holder. You can do the floral wire, or you can do the paper clip, but then we have our little note holder.
This is so fun, and really this took less than 5 minutes to make. So fun, easy, say less. If people want to find Kid Create Studio, where can they go to find that information?
So they can check out our website that has our studio calendar, or they can always give us a call. We would love to tell them more about the studio.
Thank you so much for your time today, Shannon. I'm probably going to take this back to my desk.
Yes.